Oh, get out. I'm not, it's going to be awkward if I try and act. I'm the worst actor. So this week at the Comedy Lounge Perth City, we've got the MC's Evan Willie. He's an up-and-coming young comedian who's doing really well at the moment. We're super pleased with his progress. Very funny, very smart, very sharp. We've got Chris Bacillo. He's a South African comedian who's been here for a fair while now, but a lot of his material was sort of touching on South Africa and the qualities or or whatever you can call about South African people. Anthony Salame. Well, he's becoming quite a big name now. Haven't seen him for quite some time. I think since COVID, we haven't seen him since then. So looking forward to seeing what he's got to say and how he's progressed. But yeah, he's doing really well. David Rose, who's once was a lawyer and now is full-time doing comedy. He doesn't talk so much about a lawyer or lawyering or being a lawyer, but he's certainly very funny. He might touch on the subject, but I'm sure you're going to love him. And the headline act for the weekend is Brett Blake. Brett's a character, or really is a funny guy. He started his career in Perth. Pretty confident it was at my venue, at the Comedy Lounge, when we was at the Charles Hotel. So we're talking a long time ago. Everyone loves the guy. He's a real, well, I don't know, he's a bogan. He's just as weird and wonderful comedian, really funny. Never fails, always rock solid, always does really well. So it's a fantastic lineup this weekend. So come on down, I know you're going to have a great time.
This week at the Comedy Lounge.
Yeah. I'll put some of that. We've got 5 shows on at the Comedy Lounge Perth City over the weekend. So Fridays we have a 6:30 and we also have an 8:30. So get there for about 6 o'clock for the 6:30 and get there for about 8 o'clock for the 8:30. The Saturdays we've introduced the 5 p.m. show, which is proving really popular. People are loving it. So 5 o'clock show, you get there for 5, so get there at 4:30 for a 5 o'clock show. You're gone, you're out the door, you're walking out the venue at 6:30. Yeah, 6:30 you're walking out the door. It's not even dark, it might be, so it's for those people that want to get in, see a show and get out, and perhaps you haven't got to pay a babysitter for too long, so it's a good timing. It's proving really popular. All our shows, all weekend, almost always sell out completely. So don't leave it until the last moment and be disappointed. We don't have a whole sort of, I guess, the brand Comedy Lounge, and what we try and do is we really do want to encourage the emerging talent. Occasionally you do see the big names, the biggest names in the world in fact, do occasionally drop in. But more often than not, you'll just see a quality lineup of local and international and interstate acts that are emerging. You might not know their names, but I guarantee they're as funny, if not funnier, than the biggest household names you'll see. We very, very rarely get anyone doesn't say it's not the best time, the best shows, the best environment for comedy. It really is. This place is literally built for stand-up comedy. Everything is about this stage. The furniture, the tables, the microphones, the lighting, the staff. Everything is built for stand-up comedy. It's not a music venue, it's a stand-up comedy venue where the best acts are and the funniest people are, and the audiences always have a great time. But I hope if it's your first time, take a punt, have a go. What you got to lose really? It's not that expensive. It's a good night out, a good value for money night out. We've got great food, great beer, fantastic pizzas, as good as any bloody pizza place, honestly. We don't do a lot of food. It's a very small menu, but it's cheese boards, chips, spring rolls, pizzas, curry fries. I think that's about it. But it's all nice. Everything's nice. It's all set on you have a nice little table. Everyone gets a table. No one has to stand. Everyone gets a seat. Everyone gets a table. And quite often I'm here, and it will be me personally that seats you. I'll often find you a lovely table when you get here. Stand-up comedy, it should be sitting at a table on a nice comfortable chair or stool, watching the show with a beer or a bottle of wine or some food in front of you. That's our stand-up comedy's best set. Not in a theatre, not in rows upon rows of no tables, and you need to have a little table, and it's up close. You see people there, they're there. The comedians are only, the maximum away from this stage to any given place is about 11 metres. That's the perfect distance. Any more than 11 or 12 metres, you're disengaged from the experience. This is built for the perfect enjoyment of stand-up comedy. You will not see a better show, better comedians anywhere in this hemisphere. It literally was built. There was nothing here except a roof, and a TV aerial and a few birds tweeting. That's what was here. We took the roof off, we put a floor on it, and we built a comedy venue on top of the restaurant down there. So literally every single thing is built for the enjoyment of stand-up comedy. We don't do anything but stand-up comedy. That's all we do. There's been many a top name in the world have said this is the best comedy club they've ever played at. And it is true. I know, I've been to most of the comedy clubs in the world, and I can guarantee there's not much better than this. Little old Perth, we've got it here. Yeah. All right, come on, how much more have I got to do? Yeah. Enough's enough, right?